Obviously, there are tons of layoffs recently. But the first thing that I always think in the last few months is that it's not really layoffs. It's more like a correction. If we look 2 or 3 years back, all in all, technology has grown dramatically, probably too much a year ago. And so far, it's still a correction. But I think in any case, in order to be successful, as we mentioned earlier, you need to do more with less. You hear me very often say, Justin, the phrase lean and mean. And I really mean that is the DNA of every company should persuade. And specifically about engineers, as Chris and Kat mentioned earlier, I think engineer with skills 10 years ago, or like 30 years ago compared to 20 years ago, 20 years ago compared to 10 years ago, or now compared to 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you cannot assume that the knowledge and the experience that you have is still relevant. And you always need to think about your next steps and how you improve yourself. And that's maybe why the engineers at M0 make fun of me, because they say that I'm no longer a good engineer because my knowledge is somewhere a bit stuck 5 or 10 years ago when I really stopped programming hands-on. And I think they have a point. So I think every engineer should realize what they do best, if it's more backend or front end or mobile or kernel or infrastructure, what they like doing, and keep improving themselves in that direction. They should do well. And for organizations, always try to optimize. And if somebody becomes less relevant, you need to make the difficult decision and optimize your organization accordingly. You cannot assume that the things that worked well 3 years ago should continue to work well now.